Hey everybody, it's your girl Angie. Welcome back to Kiss My Cheeks TV. I want to talk about the Real Housewives of Atlanta, and I want to do it in 5 minutes. 5. This episode didn't give me anything. It was a very much of a let's try to give it to Kenya episode, and that was still boring. If you are a Kenya stan, fan, whatever, you should know me by now. I don't really see it for Kenya too much. So you might want to already click off or thumbs down the video. I know this one gonna get some thumbs down. But let's get into it. We opening up. They still arguing at the table. Marlo says, I ain't going nowhere. I'm just going to get some ice. You know Marlo is here for a scene. I ain't never really seen Marlo walk away from anything. She's always here to go back and forth with Kenya. They want to try to squash it. I really don't care. I really don't care if Marlo and Kenya ever squashes it. Let's move on. I didn't take notes either, so if I don't remember it, it definitely wasn't entertaining. Let's go ahead and talk about the Breonna Taylor moment, because that one, a tear came to my eyes as well, because it just brought all the memories back, because we know this was taped a while ago. It brought all the memories back and how we felt that day as well back. It sucks. And to this day, it has not changed. Portia crying touched me. It just was a lot. I love it when reality TV gives me something real. And that was a real moment. And I appreciated that of this episode. Let's move on from that because we don't want to get sad. The next day, no, that night after the dinner, I know I'm skipping around, but we had to get that out the way. That night after that dinner, they said Portia wants to play Never Have I Ever, the drinking game. We've all played that. And everyone agreed. We see Kenya's baby get dropped off. Kenya goes upstairs and doesn't come back, and the ladies are pissed. Now, number one, I understand why you all were pissed. Kenya is the so-called host of the trip. She was on Twitter reading production. Like, we all know production runs these trips and I'm just the host. Like, bitch, we knew that. You ain't have to tell us that on Twitter. We know production pays for these trips, set y'all up in house. We know y'all ain't spending y'all coins. We know that for sure. And I've already said production set up a lot of this drama by giving Kenya a private jet, telling her to order a sandwich and nobody else want. Like, anyway, so she's upstairs taking care of Brooklyn. What I don't understand, number one, my ass would have still been partying. Like, fuck Kenya. Half of y'all don't like her, no way. I would have still been downstairs partying. Now, Candy is moved to tears, and I understand Candy's tears because Candy considers Kenya a friend. I don't know why, but she does. And she's like, Baby Blaze is really clingy to me. And you know, Candy is probably more emotional with that because she didn't get to have that bonding time in the womb because, you know, Baby Blaze was a surrogate. So I understand Candy's feelings. She was like, when my baby cries, you know, it hurts me. And I could have brought my baby. Now, number one, it ain't no girls trip if everybody got they 1, 2, 3-year-olds tagging along. That's a family trip. And that shit ain't fun to me, to Angie. If it's a girls trip, because Kenya was all on Twitter talking about, it ain't never been against the rules to bring your baby. They could have brought their babies if they want to bring their babies. Yes, they could have, but who the fuck wants to bring their baby on a girls trip? That's the last thing I want to do is have to fix bottles, change diapers, and do the mommy stuff. That's why we taking a mommy break. I would have partied without Kenya's ass. I would have been down there drinking, playing Never Would I Ever, laughing, and having a good time. I felt like the ladies were being respectful of baby Brooklyn by going to bed, by being like, oh, okay, Brooklyn upstairs sleep. Let's just all go to sleep. I don't know, but it would have pissed me off too, but for a totally, completely different reason. I've said it all over Twitter. Kenya, why did you agree to host this trip? You should have stayed your ass at home. If you don't know how to host, and if you wasn't going to host correctly, and oh, you can't be without your baby, you could have stayed your ass at home. But let's move on. The next day, I'm Drew. I'm Drew. Drew is like, everyone is down here acting like Kenya ain't did shit and we ain't just read Kenya down the night before and we all he ha ha in this bitch's face. She was like, this some fake shit. And I'm with Drew. Like, Portia said the line of the season. She said, Kenya is a black life that I value, but our relationship don't matter. Yes, Portia. No, I don't. Half of the people there don't care about Kenya. Truthfully, honestly, Tanya. I don't think Shamia gives a fuck. Definitely not Portia, Marlo. The only people there that cares is Latoya, and Latoya looked like she could flip back and forth. She's here for the cameras. Cynthia and Candy. And you done pissed Candy off with the crab. Candy is pissed about this crab cake. Because Candy does confront Kenya. Portia looked good in that Ivy Park. That's just a side note. I like that Ivy Park. And she had on the shoes. Portia, you look good. So later on that day, Candy does confront Kenya. Nicely. Too nice for me. I understand that's your friend, but it's a way you can confront your friend. Like, she's one of those people that cushioned the blow, where you should have, like, by saying you did some things that annoyed me, Kenya she ain't really feel that. You should have said, you did some shit that pissed me off. You was on fuck shit and I'm your girl, so I just want to tell you. That's how me and my best friend talk to each other. Like, we don't cushion blows. If one of us is on some fuck shit, we let the other one know it's still love. But when you cushion it, it's kind of like, yeah, you hurt my feelings, but not that much. Like, no, bitch, I ain't really care about you in that private jet. But bitch, you could have told a bitch you was ordering some DoorDash and I could have gave you a little cash app and you could have got me a sandwich too. Now, I've already said that was all production made, because anyone with any common sense, if you're ordering food, yeah, it's some food in the house, but you want, if the food in the house ain't good enough for you, what make you think everybody else want them a little bologna sandwich? Like, bitch, no. And somebody on Twitter said the truth. When you host a trip, what happened to hiring a chef? Why not have platters out? Like, if it's lunch, have the platters out and then be like, well, I ain't want the shit on the platter, so I ordered me a sandwich. But at least here go y'all platters right here. Some fruit platters, the little boards with the meat and the cheese. You know what it's called. But anyway, so Candy kind of cushioned the blow with Kenya. But Kenya knew she was on fuck shit and she started crying about her village. Missed me with the tears. I don't feel bad for her, but moving on. Now, let's just jump on ahead to the dinner, because I done forgot what happened in between. Oh, Candy tells them about Bolo coming. She got the trunk of wands on deck. They got their slutty outfits. I'm pissed we ain't get to see it this week. Like, this is what we've been waiting for the whole time y'all went to South Carolina, and y'all showing us every hour of the day of an episode instead of just getting through the shit. We don't care about all this fluff. And then Candy was on Watch What Happens Live and said they had the nerve to be out in New Orleans. What y'all doing out in New Orleans? Let's get on to the dinner, because now Drew is over the fuck shit and she was like, look, let's play a game. Is it real or is it fake? Who's real and who's fake? The fake shit, the stuff y'all did last night was fake. Y'all was reading Kenya down and now y'all hee ha ha in her face. Kenya feels attacked. No one was attacking you. I didn't take notes, so I don't want to go through the back and forth. At the end of the day, Kenya said she apologized. The funniest part is Kenya can treat people any kind of way she feels like treating them. But if someone matches her energy, she wants to get loud, and now they're the most disrespectful people on the earth. Tanya ass was hungry. Y'all was down there talking about bullshit. Drew, what you need to understand is Kenya is what people call a production's pet. She's a production favorite. Why? Not that she's a fan favorite. Not that it's a lot of people on Twitter that love Kenya too. I ain't gonna take that away from her or anyone that likes her for whatever reason. People are allowed to differ. But Kenya is a production's pet because she's going to bring the drama. She's going, if production says we need a scene, she's going to do it. Key example, that damn crab cake. Production was like, y'all bitches ain't doing shit today, but sitting out in the sun and FaceTiming y'all family. We need some drama. Order yourself a crab cake and let it all go from there. That is a production's pet. Production's pets are favored by production. They tend to get a better edit. And everyone who's on the cast knows that Kenya is a production's pet. So some people will kiss her ass because if I'm friends with production's pet, maybe some of that can rub off on me, like LaToya. And then some people understand the game of reality TV. Like, Kenya is over here making a scene. It ain't that big of a deal, Drew. Calm down. Like, we here to make TV. And I think this is your first season, Drew. By next season, hell, Drew, you playing production pretty well too with this whole Tampa trip, but we ain't going back to Tampa. So at the end of the day, Tanya was hungry, and Tanya don't feel like playing reality TV with y'all at that end of the table. Tanya wants to eat. So Tanya orders her food, and Kenya is getting pissed because as much as Kenya feels attacked, she also wants the camera on her. Like, this is my scene, bitch. How dare you order food? How dare y'all bitches look at y'all phone? And Kenya was like, until Portia puts her phone down, I'm not continuing. And Portia's like, you can continue because I ain't paying attention to your ass. No way. You ain't my mama. Like, Brooklyn is at the house. If you want to go tell somebody what to fix their face, go home to Brooklyn with that shit. Like, I guess you're not going to continue because I'm looking at my phone, bitch. And I would have been the same way because I would have been like, your child isn't here. Like, she's here in South Carolina and we don't want her to be here in South Carolina, but she's not here at this dinner table. So who the fuck are you talking to? And that's the end of the episode. I don't have anything else to give. Let's get on to next week. At the end, we see Bolo in his box. He's ready to do his thing. Male strippers are a good time, so I can't wait to see what they do next week. Candy was on Watch What Happens Live with Lonnie Love saying that it's going down next week. The way she kind of hinted at Strippergate, I kind of feel like I want to know what goes down. I want to know what goes down. And I want to say this now. I don't want, even if Portia or anybody else was click-clacking boxes, licking boxes, and did a little creep downstairs with the stripper. If that happened, that's their fucking business. I don't want any of these ladies to be vilified and slut-shamed for having a good time on vacation. Especially Portia. She's single. All the fuck shit Dennis did. If somebody gets their life with Bolo, I'm happy for you, girl. I don't want people slut-shaming anything that happens with this trip. Now, if Tanya or one of the married or engaged ladies did it, then I might side eye because I'm like, bitch, you got a man at home. You couldn't wait another night or two to get home. But, Portia is experimenting with this vegan sex, remember? I just want to put that out there. But one more week, y'all. One more week, and then they're going to finally give us something. I hope. It's probably going to be a womp-womp. Anyway, like, comment, share. Let me know what y'all thought about this episode. And I'll see you next week. Bye.